It is funny how life works. You don't always see the big picture, but one day, everything kind of just clicks. This is the story of a modern day fairy tale, and for you to fully understand it, we gotta take you back to when all of this was nothing but a dream. The year was 2013. I just graduated from college and knew that the corporate life wasn't gonna cut it because the sea was calling my name. I had never sailed a boat before, but that seemed like the cheapest way to go around the world. And with $5 in my pocket, that's the way I was gonna do it. So I immediately picked up a hammer and started working for myself. And after 7 years, I had finally saved enough money to buy myself a boat. Well, put a minimum down payment on a boat. Actually, split a minimum down payment on a boat with my best friend, who had also never sailed a boat.
They were the most qualified sailors that either of them had ever known. They embarked on a voyage with no map, invented spearfishing by throwing sticks at passing fish, and discovered fire, which they called hot light and didn't touch it again for months. They had yet to grasp the wheel, but they didn't need it. They were adrift and somehow exactly where they were supposed to be. They are the founders of sailing.
I met Sasha randomly on Valentine's Day in 2021 sailing around the Caribbean.
So Rolf and his friend Ben were sailing around on a catamaran, and my sister and I were sailing around on our dad's sailboat, and we randomly met down in the Exumas.
Needless to say, sparks flew, and we immediately hit it off.
We go into further detail in episode 1 if you want to go check it out.
But then, of course, hurricane season fell upon us, and we all had to sail back to Florida, and that is when we attended our first Annapolis boat show.
So my sister and I had a sailing YouTube channel called Sailing the Far Side.
Sasha and Natalie on Sailing the Far Side.
And we figured we'd go to the show and meet some fans and shake some hands.
I also had Spirit Animal already started at the time, but we only had a couple hundred subscribers and no one really knew our channel at all. So I decided to go to the Annapolis Boat Show as the security guard for Sailing the Far Side.
And he was right, kind of. He didn't have many fans, but a lot of YouTubers did know him because in his intro he put
the #1 sailing show. Welcome to Spirit Animal.
And that's when he found out just how small the YouTube sailing community is.
I was that douchebag that claimed he was better than everyone. I can see how it comes off as a little bit arrogant, you know, others might call it manifestation, but I did that strictly as a marketing stunt. I wanted to try to capture the audience's attention within the first 10 seconds of them clicking on my video, and I don't have the TNA for a compelling thumbnail and only had a couple hundred subscribers at the time, so yeah, it was a power move.
And a couple people got offended by that, but by the end of the show, Rolf was able to restore his reputation with just about everyone and became friends with a lot of them.
Yes, Tom! Yes, Tom! Tom, don't get gaslit!
Around that same time, me and Ben sold our catamaran, and that's when I overpaid for a sinking monohull that is now Spirit Animal #2. It needed a ton of work.
So I decided I was gonna help him fix it. And that's really when our relationship started to take off.
Sasha joined forces with me on the Spirit Animal, and she moved on board. And we kicked off our brand new relationship on a sinking sailboat and started tag teaming all the projects.
Over the course of the year, we completely gutted Spirit Animal. We repainted the outside, we redid the through holes, we were sleeping in sawdust, and simultaneously we were also trying to restart the channel Spirit Animal, which at the time only had a couple hundred subscribers.
Basically, it was hell on earth. It would have been a massive test for even the strongest of relationships, and here we are with a brand new one, and I'd say we passed with flying colors.
During that year, it was pretty much impossible to edit at all in the conditions that we were living in on a sinking boat. and so we only managed to get out one episode right before our second time going to the Annapolis Boat Show. But this time they were launching the first ever International Cruisers Awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 International Cruisers Awards hosts, Riley and Elena.
The International Cruisers Awards is basically like the Emmys or the Grammys. It's where all the sailing channels get together in one spot, have a good time, and they pass out awards for all the hard work they did throughout the year.
So when you walk into the show, you have the red carpet where you go to your red carpet interview. You get some pictures taken of you. There's a bunch of influential people from the industry. There's sponsors, and there's a legit panel of judges.
It seemed like everyone was there. Like any YouTube channels we had ever seen, all the big dogs, they were just walking around casually.
So you have to remember, this is our second year at the show, first official year starting the channel. We are just a couple of small fries with all these awesome big time YouTube channels at the show.
And as a small channel, it was really like all we wanted to do was connect with these guys, shake their hands, become a friend and become an equal. But it's intimidating when you don't have any subscribers, you know, to go up to these channels and try not to come off as a fan.
We're trying to make friends, talk to sponsors, act cool. And then we walked into the award show and the nerves started to pick up a bit.
There's about a dozen or so awards, but that year, Colin from Parlay Revival took home the ultimate award of Best YouTube Channel of the Year.
It's an amazing event and we're so glad to be here. Thank you very much.
Which was well-deserved. His channel is so awesome. And we took home Best Emerging Channel of the Year, which was absolutely huge for us.
Yeah, spirit animal. Yeah. Where's all the
It's just means a lot to us, and it really motivates us to keep going.
Thanks, guys. Thank you guys.
People were starting to know who Spirit Animal was, and it was really exciting.
It felt like, you know, we were on the map and people were starting to hear our name.
So that year we went home on a mission, more dedicated than ever, and managed to get out 32 episodes of our epic boat rebuild.
And judging by the comment section, it was a massive hit. Everyone was loving it. They were loving us behind the camera. They were loving our work ethic. They were like, you got the best channel, da da da, and the spirits were high. And that's when we started to see our subscriber base go up.
After that year, we went back to the boat show for our third year with 50,000 subscribers, and it was like a light switch went off.
We were shocked. I mean, there was tons of people recognizing us, wanting to take our picture, shake our hands, and the first 2 years before that, like we were nobodies.
It was just something we were not used to at all.
We were riding the highs, we were starting to get that traction, and then that brought us to the second annual Cruisers Awards, and we were going for it.
We decided to run for Best YouTube Channel of the Year.
We are on our way to the the International Cruisers Awards. And yeah, it's gonna be a big night. Raph and I are presenting Best Emerging YouTube Channel. And we've got, thanks,
and you're
Ben.
also in the running for Best YouTube Channel.
We're also in the running for Best YouTube Channel. So
only the biggest award of the night.
Very excited, and it's gonna be so much fun.
Welcome to the second annual International Cruisers Awards.
Good evening, my name is Andy H. I'm the host of the Ocean Cruisers podcast, and here tonight we are streaming live to the world and celebrating some people who do some incredible things on the water.
I am
I'm Lauren Landers. I'm a YouTuber, Instagram sailor.
Hey, I'm Chase Lemax. You might know me from Below Deck Sailing Yacht. Also our very brand new baby channel, Chasing Grace.
I'm Jamie Vanderbolt. My name's Colin. We're from the YouTube channel Pilot Revival.
I'm Daryl Hodgson. I have a YouTube channel called I Dream of Dinghy.
So, last year you won Best Emerging YouTube, and I think it's safe to say that you have emerged. You know, like you two have played a major part in growing this organisation and getting more eyeballs on it.
Honestly, the cruising community means so much to us just because everyone's always there to help each other out, you know? Whether you're another YouTuber, whether you're just a cruiser, and just getting young people out here to this lifestyle and just getting that freedom and just having people face their fears. It's a big step, and honestly, it's a step that I'm really glad we both took.
Right now I'm very nervous about hosting the awards. There's a lot of people, man. There's like 400 seats all laid out. It's like very intimidating.
Annapolis, can I hear you scream?
All right.
And now, please welcome your hosts, Colin and Jamie of Parlay Revival.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second annual International Cruisers Awards. The International Cruisers Awards is the most prestigious award ceremony for sailors in the world, and winning any category in tonight's proceedings can be life-changing for those lucky enough to be finalists. So ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our final category for the evening, the best YouTube channel. There are literally thousands of YouTube channels out there, but there can only be one winner. So this year's finalists are
Best YouTube Channel, Sailing La Vagabond, Spirit Animal, We Sail,
and the winner is Riley and Elena from Sailing La Vagabond.
Really, what an honor it is, you guys, to have won Best YouTube Channel. Wish we could have made it to the boat show this year. Have a good night, everyone, and thanks again.
Were we upset with losing to La Vagabond? Absolutely not. I mean, bold move for a channel that just won Best Emerging the year prior to run for the top position. But like I said, spirits were high and
We were humbled by the big dogs.
hey, we're just everything's a marketing stunt, man. You gotta get your name out there as much as possible, and that's what we were trying to do.
To be mentioned with Sailing La Vagabond, the #1 sailing channel. They have 2 million subscribers.
Like, we were honored to be on the podium.
We have a lot of respect for the business that they have built.
Their channel is what every sailing channel aspires to be. They've got it figured out and dialed in, and we look up to them for that.
So the boat show was a lot of fun, and getting to shake everybody's hand and meet everybody really motivated us to get home and get back to work. Only this time, the projects were done and we had set sail to the Bahamas.
The people really enjoyed the boat rehab, but they were absolutely loving the channel now. They just watched us pour our blood, sweat, and tears into this boat for an entire year, and now they were right there with us as we set sail into this dream life that we had been working so hard to create. We were out there sailing through the turquoise waters of the Bahamas, spearfishing, hunting for treasure, going on crazy adventures, throwing some parties, and battling sharks and storms. Really just trying to show our audience what it was all about. Of course, behind the scenes, Sasha and I were still working our asses off, editing 6 days a week and trying to make ends meet. We took out a massive loan to buy this boat, and after 2 years on YouTube, we still weren't making enough to cover our monthly mortgage. But we had come too far to turn around now. We had all our eggs in one basket and had no choice but to work harder. And throughout that hard work, towards the end of the season, we finally hit our 100,000 subscriber mark and got our beautiful plaque from YouTube, which was a massive milestone for us. But after sailing around for an entire year in editing, trying to build our channel, we decided to go to our 4th Annapolis boat show in a row.
Which was just as crazy as the last one.
To have so many people come up and want to shake our hands, it was insane, man, and it means so much to us. Like, we go there and we feel the love, and we can't thank everyone who shows up enough for the love and support you guys give, and for standing in the line, shaking our hand, and telling us you love our channel. Like, it means the world to us.
We also had another great patron party. We had about 80 people come and hang out with us for 2 hours. We did a little raffle to give away some of our cups and mugs. And it was just an awesome time getting a little bit more one-on-one time with the people that really, truly make this journey continue to happen.
We actually let them all sign our 100,000 subscriber plaque, which was very special, and we're gonna hang that up in the boat. But also that weekend, we attended the 3rd annual International Cruisers Awards. And this time, we were going for it again.
The next award goes to the best
YouTube channel of the year.
And the winner is...
But there's more to the story. You see, I had woke up that morning with an idea, and it was the first time I had ever thought about it. And after about 5 minutes of thinking about it to myself, our good friend Ayana, the pirate princess, was staying with us in our Airbnb, and I texted her and told her to meet me downstairs. And I asked her, I said, Ayana, if we won Best Channel, would it be a good idea to propose to Sasha on stage? Of course, her eyes lit up like an owl. She smiled from ear to ear, but we gave it some serious thought, you know, because some girls want to get proposed to at the top of a mountain or on a beach at sunset in private, and this was obviously going to be a public setting. Also, I didn't want to steal the show. Like, I didn't want to steal anyone's thunder. She was like, well, if you got that award, it'd be the last one of the night, so I don't think you're going to have an issue with stealing the show. It would be more like the cherry on top. And, you know, you got a YouTube channel, so you're probably gonna have to make it public anyways, and I think it would be a pretty good opportunity to do it. In my mind, I was like, we had most of our family there. The other ones who weren't there would be watching it on live stream. There was 87 cameras. If I had to do this another time, I would have to hide cameras everywhere. I would have to hide our mothers in the bushes who can't keep a secret worth a damn, and word would have got out. Right now, if I were to do it, it would be a total surprise to everyone, because Sasha and I had never talked about marriage one time before this date. So Ayana agreed, and that's when I said, I need you to go find me a ring. So Ayana left around 3 p.m. to head out into this random city and go try to find me a wedding ring. Then we had to go to the award ceremony few hours later.
So we are headed to the Cruiser Awards.
And Ben's in the house.
Yeah, check it. We're up for Best Channel of the Year.
Ayana's already on the red carpet, giving interviews and stuff. We had to attend the boat show beforehand, so we show up late. We jumped on the red carpet, did a little interview.
Pleasure to meet you. What brings you guys here tonight?
Ayana meets me in the back room real quick, hands me the ring, then immediately had to proceed into the award ceremony hall where everyone started sitting down. I pulled Sasha's dad aside and I quickly asked him for permission. I said, John, if we win, would you oppose if I asked your daughter to marry me on stage? He lit up with a smile. He might have even teared up a little bit, I don't know, but he gave me his approval. I told him not to tell a single person ever, because if we don't win, I wasn't gonna do it. And we took our seats.
Welcome to the 3rd Annual International Cruisers Awards. And now, please welcome your hosts, Colin and Captain Glenn of Bravo's Below Deck.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
So we sat down and the 3rd International Cruisers Awards had begun.
Is everyone ready to see the world's best creators walk along this exact stage here tonight?
They started going through the awards, listing off winners, and as they were getting closer and closer to the best YouTube channel announcement, I was starting to get pretty nervous, and I started squeezing Ruff's leg, and he was telling me it was all okay.
The next award goes to the best YouTube channel of the year.
Philip is coming up to present the award alongside arguably the greatest YouTube channel to ever sail the earth. Someone so good that they don't even bother to enter this category. SV Dallas.
And this was the point where the nerves really kicked in. I mean, I hadn't had a second to think about what I was gonna say. I didn't have a speech ready. I was literally just sitting there, my face started to get hot, Sasha squeezing my leg, and I was just gonna wing it.
All of you guys here at the Young Cruisers Awards. Thank you for being here.
To accept this award in front of all these epic channels is an insane honor. We are extremely grateful and very happy for that right now. And this is also the most opportune time I've ever had to thank someone truly special. She's standing right next to me, Sasha Myers. Everyone give it up for her. I have put this girl through the absolute ringer, like the ultimate test, and she's passed with flying colors and also led the charge on multiple times. But tonight I got all my family watching in front of all her friends, and I want to do something extra special. Sasha Myers, will you marry me? Thank you guys. Tears of joy.
Roth caught me by surprise big time. I had no idea that was gonna happen. I was up there like, okay, wow, he has such nice things to say about me. And then he puts his hand in his pocket, and I think that's when I realized what was happening. It was absolutely magical. The best night of my life.
Our entire journey from the day we met was always 5 steps forward, 4 steps backwards. There were hundreds, if not thousands of times where we were down in the trenches, wanted to quit.
We've been through so many ups and downs, so many hurdles have been thrown at us.
We're like, why are we doing this to ourselves?
And the fact that we were up on that stage, accepting Best YouTube Channel of the Year,
with all of our friends and family and this special community that supported our journey, become our best friends, was something truly special. But in that moment, I didn't care about the award.
I was not thinking about the award at all.
In fact, I don't know if anyone remembers we even won that award, because it was never about that. It was about the life we built together.
The journey that Roth and I went on to get to that point.
And created this epic story, someone I never thought I'd find. It was about us.
That was unbelievable. They've stepped it up again. Wow. I don't know how you're going to top this next year. Raffy boy, what was the plan if you came second?
Oh my God, who is cutting those onions? Woo, what a tearjerker. It's okay, real men cry too. First off, we want to give a massive thanks to the YCA, Logan, Brian, and Caroline. This weekend wouldn't have been as magical if you guys didn't take all that time and effort to set up the International Cruisers Awards. Clearly, we thought it was a great time.
And we also want to give an especially big thank you to our friends and family. You guys helped out so much behind the scenes. The video doesn't show it, but We are so truly grateful that you guys were there to support us and help us out.
While we're on the thank train, we also want to thank the patrons, everyone who came out there. We actually have the plaque right here with all the signatures. I know there's some patrons that didn't make it. We'll bring this around with us if there's any event so that we can get some more signatures on it. But we are hanging this up in the boat.
Next up, wedding venues. We've been looking around at a couple places and they are very expensive. So if anybody has any recommendations on a venue that isn't going to break the bank, we'd really appreciate it, and you can leave it down in the comments.
Moving on, you might notice we are wearing some new merch. We've got some new short sleeve shirts that are very fun colors. We got the blue, pink, and we got a gray one. They have the original logo on the back. This is our new SIA logo. As you can see, it's on the front of these long sleeve UPF lightweight fishing shirts. We also got some really cool hats in. This one is the brown, very classy, with cork on the bottom.
And we also got some more girly hats, which are corduroy, multicolored baseball caps.
We also have these visors. We got a gray and a pink for anyone that likes to keep the top of their head cool.
And as always, we want to give a huge thank you to all of our new patrons. Thank you so much for joining the journey, and especially our upper tier patrons who get a plaque on the spirit animal.
I also know that we're gonna get a ton of comments saying, where have you been? You haven't posted in forever. Clearly we've had a lot to celebrate and we had some traveling, but the good news is we are back on our boat down in Grenada at Spice Island Marine, and the editing's back in action. We are back, baby. So we will see you next week here on the #1 sailing channel.